Hi everyone, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today we're going to talk about how to set up the Facebook conversion API in Unbounce. Let's get stuck in. The Facebook conversion API, it's a bit of a nightmare after everything that's gone on with the iOS updates, and we know that we can't track as well as we used to, right? The annoying thing is that all of these platforms that us lead gens use all have different kind of like processes and ways to get the conversion API working, right? So we've got one that we've already done for LeadsHook, which a lot of you guys use. There'll be a link to that there. We've also got another one for High Level. A lot of the people in my community use High Level, so there's another one there for that. And today we're going to talk about setting up the Facebook conversion API for Unbounce, because if you are using Unbounce, you're likely hopefully generating a lot of leads for either, via your lead gen brand or for your clients. Sometimes you put an Unbounce page on their subdomain, right? But if you're taking people all the way through a funnel and you're hitting a thank you page, the old way of doing things isn't that accurate. If you follow the training that we're about to give you, you're going to be able to pull all of the conversion events back into Facebook, and you're going to have very accurate tracking, which is going to make your ad spend more efficient, and you're just going to be a lot better at what you do, generating cheaper leads. So without further ado, I'll pass you over to Graham, who's my account manager, and he's going to show you how to do this. Enjoy.
Hey guys, today we're going to go over how to fire the Facebook conversion API on a lead event from a Unbounce form. So let's get cracking. So first you've got to create your form. So we're going to go down to where I've created one down here. Go and just have a quick look. And so as you can see, our form is on a light box that pops up when you click a button. So it's just very standard form we've got here. If we go in, just want to show you the kind of back end. So obviously you have whatever questions you want to ask, but then also I've got some UTM parameters here, and just things that we may be able to capture. These three aren't vital, because we can capture them in other ways. But I would say catching the FB Clear is always good to do. So I would set it up like this, whatever you want to capture in the hidden fields. These are all hidden fields here, so they don't show up in the form, as you can see. And then obviously you want to append the form data to URL and put the redirect URL in as well. So once you've done that, we will want to run a test lead. So it's just my test parameters, just to make sure it's all working correctly. So there's one more thing that we're going to need to get from here, and that is an FB CLID. So what we want to do is we want to firstly go to Facebook. And then we want to find the first sponsored post, which we can click on. So it looks like it's this one. And as you can see, there's an FB CLID here. So what we want to do is we want to copy it and paste from FB CLID. So I'm going to copy that. And we're going to go back. You need to add a ampersand, which is the and sign, and then paste the FB CLID like that. And that should work. So I'm going to press enter there. Then you want to fill out a mock lead. And press, click the button. So once that's done, you should be able to, that should be fine. There should be a lead in there. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go to your Zapier account, or Zapier, whatever you guys call it. And then you want to go and find this is one I made earlier. So you want to create a Zap basically. So what you want to do is you want to create a new Zap. And then obviously you want to trigger it on a form submission in Unbounce. So obviously you want to select Unbounce, new form submission. You connect your account, which is very simple to do. Get the API key and connect it in Unbounce. And then you want to obviously select your page that you want it to fire on when a form is filled in on a certain page. And then you want to test the trigger. So this is where our test lead is going to come in handy. So I'm going to just load more, get up the latest one. So this is the latest one we've just done. So you can go through and check all your infos in here. These are all just the extra cookies that they track, which is going to be good for later. And then just want to check, so UTM contents come through, email, first name, UTM source, campaign, medium, and the FB cleared placement. So those are the ones I expected to come through. Those are the ones that were in the URL string. So that's looking all good to me. And you've got a bit more information down there as well. So you want to press continue after that's happened. Obviously, I've got this little bit in the middle. You guys don't need to do that. It's just this sends it to my CRM and then onto the lead event. So what we want to do now is we want to set up this lead event. So I'm going to press send to other events. Anyway, obviously connect your Facebook account as well. And the action source would be website. And then you want to select your business account. And then you want to choose the event name. You pop that on there. I just want to check that something's coming up. Yeah, perfect. So I'm just going to show you why I do why I chose other event rather than selecting lead event. So I'll just select lead event for you and just show. Give you 1 second. Now, for some reason, in Zapier, in the customer information, if you send a lead event, it doesn't allow you to send through the FBC or the FBP, which are quite important to try and match up correctly your lead data. So what you want to do is you want to send other events. And then you want to just fill it in like this. So action sources website, business account, is your business account. Then the event name, this is where you want to select lead. Exactly the same, it'll be a lead event, so that's fine. And then you want to obviously go and now fill in everything else. So the event time, with the one that it's created at. The event ID, let's get it. So Unbounce creates you a ID for each conversion. So you can put that in there. The URL is where the conversion happened, and that obviously is the page URL from Unbounce. Now, next up, the test event code. Now, you want to go and find this. You want to go into your business manager, and you want to go to events manager, load that up, and then on the left-hand side there will be your pixels available. So you want to select the pixel that you're using, which is this one, and then you want to click on test events here underneath your pixel there. And it should give you your test server event. So I'll just here, you just click it and it will copy it to clipboard. We'll go back to Zapier and add it in there to test event code. Opt out of ads, I normally put false for this. And then these three I leave. They're more kind of like for specific areas like California and things like that. So I don't really touch them. And on the customer information, this is where I start adding in a bit more of the information that I've collected. So the email will be this one. I haven't got a phone number. I've got their first name. So you want to try and fill out as much of this as you can, basically. So I haven't got any of this country data. External ID, we can use the one of the IDs that Unbounce gives you. And then here you want to start adding in the basic information that Unbounce collects for you, which is good. So you want to add in your submitter IP address in the client IP address. I don't believe it shows up user agent. I don't believe it does yet anyway. No, it doesn't, not yet. So we'll leave that one blank. And here's where it's important that the click ID and the browser ID are in this area, which is why we use the other event. So Unbounce actually collects that for you. And you would have need to have added the FB CLID onto the end of your URL string for Unbounce to collect these. So you want to go and find them. You want to go down and find them here, extra cookies. So for the FBC, you want that one. And for the FBP, you want this one here, FBP. And then just see what other fields are available. Date of birth, gender, FB login ID, and a subscription ID. We don't have any of that information, so we'll put false there, so it doesn't show those. Now on the custom data, you obviously want to enter the value of your lead, which for us is $20. Here you can select your currency, GBP, and then the content ID, you can give it whatever you'd like. We normally give our lead event for this offer that ID. Content name, it's just the company, Flexxable. Oh no, sorry. Content name is the type of opt-in it is, which is a VSL opt-in, and the category is Flexxable. So that's the name of our company that we're running this for. Right, so let's just go have a quick look up here. Pixel went too fast earlier. So you want to make sure you select the correct pixel here, so you can find it off your ID as well as the name. So we'll pop that in. Now that should all be good. Going through, yep. So we've filled in everything that we need to fill in. We can press continue now. Now here's where we want to test the events. Okay. So we want to test and review. So an event has been sent, and we can check that by going up to Events Manager, and in the test events section, an event should have been sent with all the information that you added to it. So as you can see, the event ID comes through. You've got the currency, the value, the ID, the type, and the name, action source, and then also it tells you the other data keys that have come through: email, external ID, click ID, browser ID, first name, and IP address. So that is all working now. So then you want to go back to your Zapier. And before you turn it on, you want to go back to Setup Action, and you want to get rid of the test event code. And then you want to press Continue. And then you want to turn your Zap on. And once this is done, your Unbounce form will now be sending data into the Facebook Conversion API. And yeah, and it's as simple as that, guys. If you have any questions at all, please do comment below, and I'll get back to you. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alrighty, so if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like. So we know to create more content like this, obviously. Comment below if you've got any questions from my account manager, Graham. He'll be able to kind of get in and give you a hand. I know it's confusing sometimes. He's probably going to hate me for saying that, but anyway, comment below if you're struggling. And finally, please subscribe so you're the first to know when we create new content. My dog's just having a drink there in the background. By the way, we also have a case study on how to escape retainer jail. It's really good stuff. It's about performance-based marketing. You're going to love it. It's free. There'll be a link below somewhere. Click that and enjoy. See you soon.